A great man once said, "Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier, and welcome to Monstrum, a roguelike randomized indie horror game that is supposed to be terrifying and awesome." And awesome it was. Hello everybody, my name is not Markiplier, and I'm here to talk about a video game that is over 10 years old, because I am relevant and cool, as we all know. Recently it stopped being the spooky month and started being the not quite Christmas yet month. So a few weeks ago, I was looking for games to play, and I started scrolling down my Steam library, until I saw a game I actually had no recollection of buying, as if it had just spawned into my games list. Obviously this game was Monstrum. You've read the title. You're smart, you can piece it together. But the game intrigued me. I had 0 hours in it. I vaguely remember seeing it in the past, like Let's Plays from ages ago. Alright, so I added it to my Halloween game list, and I made a stream thumbnail for it. Though, after a while of it being October, I kind of decided I wasn't going to play it, and I focused my time on other games like, you know, FNAF or Voices of the Void. But one day on a whim, I kind of decided, yeah, sure, I'll do it. I've got a thumbnail, you know, it's installed, why not? So, after it had been rotting in my Steam library since, July of 2023, it finally saw the light of day. Okay, look, I have no idea why, honestly. There might be no reason other than vague nostalgia, but I've been kind of obsessed with this game recently, alright? I barely remember even watching it when I was younger, but for some reason it's grabbed something in my brain and I can't get it out. So if I have to obsess over it, then I'm dragging you down with me, goddammit. Also, this video is only going to be about Monstrum 1. I know there's Monstrum 2, which kind of failed for whatever reason. It also has a collaboration with Dark Deception, having a few DLC characters. Maybe in the future I could talk about them, if I can be bothered. Probably not. But who knows? In Monstrum, you have to escape a cargo ship, avoiding one of 3 monsters, which we'll get into later. As well as, Steam. Don't mess with Steam. Along with other general nuisances that slow you down or alert monsters to your location, you have to run around the ship looking for items that will help you to activate one of the 3 escape routes. The helicopter, the life raft, and the submarine, each needing around 4 items, so you can fix them to escape the ship. We're not going to get into that, but let's talk about the monsters you got to deal with. Or the monstrums, I don't know Latin. When you start a new run of the game, you will have to face against one of 3 monsters, each of which have their own unique ability and look to them. Let's take a look at our first monster of the game, and our poster boy, the Brute. The Brute. Ah! I don't know why I did that, I'm going to be honest with you. The Brute is the result of an experiment involving 2 injured people after they were burned with... The 2 people were exposed to a compound in game lore being known as Turritopsis doherne, or the immortal jellyfish, which is a fictional in-game animal, and also I lied, it's real, it's a real thing. But apparently in Monstrum it's supposed to be something similar to this. At least the Monstrum wiki tells me so, I don't know. Also, I'm sorry if I just blatantly lied to you. For some reason, the Monstrum wiki is, like, tied into Monstrum 2 and Dark Deception, whatever it is. So, like, sometimes it's just like, oh yeah, he does this. Also, in Dark Deception 2, he does it. And it's like, well, you know, I want to get my facts straight. Or gay. Gay facts are also cool. One of the subjects in the experiment gained the ability to regenerate cells, even managing to heal his burns. Eventually, he regenerated more and more cells and gained muscle mass, but at the cost of his intelligence, as well as raising his aggression. The other subject, who I hate, we will get onto later. Anyway, the result of the test was that both subjects should be terminated, which ultimately failed, and both subjects managed to escape. One of these test subjects is our poster boy, the Brute, who stomps around the ship with his giant wank arm and glowing lack of eyes. His skin is all charred and messed up, though he's probably the most humanoid-looking creature on the ship, I think. He kind of looks like if you put Ghostface in a microwave with a couple glow sticks. Don't do that in real life. But make no mistake, he can definitely pack a punch, being one of the 2 monsters able to actually open power-locked metal doors with force. Though him along with all the other monsters are stunned using fire extinguishers, so there's that. But the best course of action is usually just to run, in my opinion, unless you're trapped in a room where you can hide under something or in a locker. More often than not, he'll look around for you if you do that, so you might get an unwelcome fist in your face hole. Speaking of dying, one of the things they changed from the earlier versions of Monstrum that I wish they hadn't, really, was the death screens. Before, I used to get a little rendered image of how you died. Given some of these do look a little bit outdated, I'll give it that. But at least it has more charm than the new bare bones death screen. And some of them, like this one, actually look pretty cool. You got a little spoiler there, but I'll let it slide. I'll let it slide this time. Oh, what big teeth you have.
All the better not to eat you with.
Oh, what small eyes you have.
All the better to chop.
This is the Fiend. Unlike the Brute, this one didn't get the medical ubercharge, so they don't look as normal as the Brute. And sadly, you're going to want to sit down for this one. I'm assuming you already are. They have no feet. I know. It's a sad day. Foot lovers unite. Instead of having sweet toesies, they use, what did I say? They use telekinesis, I don't know. Like a Greek god. Telekinesis in his boulder. He uses telekinesis to float around with a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure purple aura around him. He also uses his big brain power to be able to open locked metal doors by just ripping them off. When he's near, the lights start to flicker and you can hear a slight aura when you're really close. They can also attack from a distance, slowing you down for a moment, giving them a chance to catch up. Alright, that's it. Bailiff! Send him to Dark Deception! I know I said I'd just focus on Monstrum 1, but come on, man. They didn't have to do him dirty like that. They Funko Popped him. Look at the Brute. He isn't that different. Why does the Fiend look like that? Anyway, back to Monstrum. This monster's going to be my least favorite of the three. There's nothing too wrong with him. I just personally prefer basic monsters rather than, like, supernatural ones. Man, both of those are really messed up. I wonder what exactly they were exposed to. Hey, buddy. This is our third, final, and favorite monster of the game, the Hunter, who you got a little glimpse of earlier. You cheeky rascal. I'm not sure if it's ever stated that this thing is what they were exposed to, or part of this thing is what they were exposed to. I'm kind of just assuming, since, you know, invincible jellyfish thing, I don't know, kind of gives off the vibe, with a translucent skin showing all of her disgusting organs, yum. And look at those nails. Jesus Christ, you need to see a dermatologist. You need to see a dermatologist, girlie. Fuck! And look at those nails. Jesus Christ, you need to see a dermatologist. Fuck! Also, her face opens up like a demogorgon. To nom nom on your head. That's nice. I love the silly creature. It can scamper around in the vents also, meaning it can get into power-locked doors without needing to burst them down or anything. Normally she'll just jump out of nowhere and scare the player. You kind of need to be quick with your reactions sometimes to get away. She can appear anywhere, either from vents or egg sack things. Fucking shit! Or even the side of the boat randomly. I love when you're hiding and they just look like this. I don't know, it's just me. This thing's kind of cute. I don't know if it's just me. This thing's kind of cute. This thing's kind of cute. It got little beady eyes. It's like a little hamster eyes. You want a treat? You want a treat? You want a treat? Ah! As cute as this goober is, they're the only monster to not be featured in any other Monstrum game or collaboration, though that could be for the best. And finally, this brings us to the end of Monstrum. All in all, very neat game. Hopefully sometime in the future we can get a return to Monstrum, maybe. Like a Monstrum remake. I think that'd be cool. I also wish you could choose which monsters you go up against, since it's kind of just random who you get, and you only get one each game. It'd also be cool to have a mode where you could have to deal with all three at once, because the game can be kind of easy, once you know to just run away, basically, since most of the monsters can't exactly catch up to you. But if you're looking to take a step back in time in horror gaming, I recommend you try the game out for yourself, but just keep in mind it did originally come out in 2015. And it can get a little bit repetitive running around and looking for the right items. So yeah, in conclusion, good game. It's normally like 12 quid on Steam, though when it's on sale you can get it for 2. So I would probably wait a little bit until a sale is on if you want to play it. So either way, thank you all so much for watching. Check out the other scary games I've played in the past, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!